Welcome back to another video. Yes, you have read it right. We have bought another car. This is car number 11 to our Turo rental fleet. We are growing and growing and growing. I've bought another 3 cars as well. They're going to be here next week. But today I want to go through car number 11, look at some of the financials behind the decision and the reason why I bought this car in particular. So introducing car number 11, this is Toyota Corolla. This is a 2019 Toyota Corolla Sport model. Now, I was going past the local dealership, the local Toyota dealership, and noticed this in the car yard. Thought I'd pop in. It was listed at $17,490. I ended up picking it up for $16.5. A couple of reasons for that. There's a few little bits of wear and tear. It's got some high Ks, and a lot of this stuff I can do in-house in my workshop, obviously mechanical workshop. We do our own roadworthies, we do our own repairs, our own servicing, our own tires, everything. So I can save a bit of money that way by doing that in-house. So I managed to pick this up for $16,500. Now, if we have a look around the outside of the vehicle, a good, small, sporty hatch. Plenty of room in these Toyota Corollas, and the best thing about Toyota, ever reliable. This thing is never ever going to break down. Touch wood somewhere? Nope. But the chances of this having an issue are a lot slimmer than a lot of other vehicles. So if we step inside, this one's got as soon as it comes up, so this one's got 122,706 kilometers. So you can see it's very modern, good steering wheel functionality, electric brake, automatic, cup holders in the middle. You can see the seats on this one, very sporty, slim seats. They're actually very, very comfortable to drive. Into the back seat, again, it is a small hatch, but still bigger than the MG and the Hyundai Accent. Again, nice and easy, plenty of room. I thought this was pretty unique, the cup holder sitting above the speaker here, which is actually a lot easier to access from a passenger view. If we step into the boot, now with all of my cars now, I'm going to rubber mats. Now the reason for rubber mats obviously is you don't have to vacuum it. I can just take it out, hose it off if I have to, give it a quick wipe and it's done. Where with carpet mats or no mats at all, you're forever having to vacuum the floor. So a bit of a tip there for you. When you start your Turo journey, make sure you get rubber mats everywhere. Now the boot on this one isn't massive. You can see that angle because it is a sport model, but it should be big enough for a suitcase and a bag, possibly. So if we look from a rear passenger point of view, I'm 5'10", 182 centimeters. My head hits when I'm going in, but if I duck and get in, plenty of room inside this seat. The roof's actually really, really high. Lots of room in the front, and very comfortable seats in the sport model. Now from a passenger point of view, it is pretty odd how this dash sort of peels out a little bit. You lose a bit of leg room here, but it's still sufficient enough for a good, decent cruiser. Still plenty of headroom, pretty comfortable car all around. Now again, with all of my cars now, I'm switching to rubber floor mats. Trust me when I say rubber floor mats, it'll save you so much time when it comes to cleaning your cars. So let's get down to the mathematics on this car. So this will rent for $69 per day. I'll set this at because I have the MG, the Hyundai Accent. I run those at $55 and $59 per day, just because of the model they are, the brand they are, and what my local market dictates. The Mitsubishi ASX I run at $79 per day, so this will fit in between those two at $69. I'll sort of tinker around with that price, but I think that's about where it's going to sit. So I paid $16,500. If I divide that by $69 per day, I'm going to need to rent this for 239 days to break even on the purchase of the car only, not including insurance and other ongoing costs, repairs, maintenance. So if we work on $69 per day, if I rented it out every single day for the year, which we know it's not possible, right? It would return $25,185. Now, my current utilization is about 70%, which is really high, which is the reason we're adding more cars. So 365 times 70%. So it should rent for about 255 days per year, times $69 per day. So it should rent each year $17,595. which is about $1,466 per month, which is roughly about where I'm sitting now. So most of my cars, depending on the four-wheel drives, obviously, of course, most are sitting around that $1,200 to $1,400 per month. So at $1,400 per month by $16,500, it should take 11.78 months. So in the year, I should be able to pay this off. And then if I hold for roughly another 2 years after that, which I think I will, about a 3-year period, it should balance out around the kilometers I'm looking for. I should have a good 2 years profitability out of that. So once this car has done its first year and has paid for itself, which I think it will in that first year, in the first 12 to 14 months, I think it'll pay itself out. Now with this car, I have no finance. I bought the car in cash outright. So I have no interest cost. My only cost is that I've used my own money to buy for that, to pay that. So for $16,500, I'll return all that money in the first year, and then I'll plan to hold that car for another 2 years after that. And I'll make $1,400 per month for a 2-year period. So you're looking at $16,000, so a possible $32,000 return in a 2-year period. And I would aim to sell this for around $13,000 to $14,000 in the next 2 to 3 years, I think, going by history. So that's, I think, where the money is, because you don't want to be spending $16,000 and selling it for $8,000 in 2 years' time, because essentially you're losing money on that asset. So there's some real mathematics behind achieving what you want to achieve and how fast you want to turn those cars over. But for me, that car should be able to pay for itself in a 12 to 14 month period, and that makes it absolutely worthwhile for me. Now this is my Kia Cerato. I think it'll stack up very similar to the Corolla. Same type of numbers, same return, same brand recognition. What I'm interested to see is how it stacks up against the MG3. MG doesn't have the brand power these cars have. So I think the utilization on the MG may be lower, but the price is lower also. So for budget conscious people, that may be more suited to them who aren't looking or really care about the reliability and the brand awareness these two vehicles have. So it'd be interesting to look at it in 12 months and analyze what the different brands of cars have as a utilization and a return and an overall financial return position each year. So there you have, that's the Toyota Corolla. So again, paid $16,500 for that. Paid outright, because we own this vehicle, so it's a money-making asset. We bought it yesterday, I listed it yesterday, and it's actually booked out and goes out tomorrow already. Only a short 2-day trip. I do a 2-day minimum on all my trips now, just because I found a lot of 1-day hires as the fleet gets bigger. I'm doing 1 days, and you're washing and cleaning cars every day for another $60. It gets very time-consuming and not profitable in a hurry. So obviously the longer the rental, the more profitability, because you're having less touch points with that vehicle. So that's where we're at right now. So we'll touch base in another few months, see how this Corolla is going. And hopefully next video, the other 3 cars will be here. The 2 RAV4s and the Kia Carnival. That'll take our fleet to 14, which I'm pretty happy with. My goal this year was to get to 10, so to 14 is pretty awesome. And I think I'll get to 20 pretty rapidly, depending on how the business goes in the new year. Currently, our utilization is about 70%, which is really, really high, which is good for these cars being out a lot, but it tells me there's a lot of room. I can still add a lot of cars because the volume of inquiries is still there. We're still maintaining our 5-star status. We're almost at 400 trips now, with every single trip of 5-star. So that's also pretty impressive as well. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.